Man. Man. I mean, I love Colorado, but I think I'd rather be at the beach somewhere. Oh, dude, this is not what I was expecting. We're at the beach, Cape Disappointment, Washington, but I wish I had some help. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, dude. Nice to meet you.
Evergreen Prospectors, Pacific Northwest Prospecting.
And today we're out here at Cape Disappointment, Washington. It's a little bit rainy,
And we're about to get washed away.
We're about to get washed away. So we just got to be careful here. It's a little bit crazy, but as you can see here on the ground, this is all black sand.
You can see the black sand literally building up in these eddies as the water comes through.
Yep. Oh yeah.
If we look close, we can actually see gold in this sand if we look close enough.
Look at this
like
stuff.
Right there.
So here on the black sand beaches, you can see all this stuff. I mean, it looks like big rubber hoses or something. That's kelp right there. There's like a blue tinge to this stuff. And that's like concentrated black sands right there, which means more gold. So this stuff right here, as you can see, the dirt is like gray and even blue. They're calling this stuff like salt and pepper. And there's about 10 specks of gold per spoonful. And this stuff is everywhere.
Hey Shane, thanks for the opportunity to talk today. Cape Disappointment, where we are at, historically has been one of the most popular beach mining places in the Pacific Northwest for a number of decades, especially in the last decade with the creation of the gold cube. But we, in the next couple of weeks, are going to be losing all of those rights to beach mine down here using anything with a motor. That's electric motors, gas motors, even a gas generator is not going to be allowed down here anymore.
But you're still allowed to pan down here if you wanted to.
Correct. If you process that sand in some way using magnets, something to separate out some of the material, you can still bring home some buckets of sand to then process at home.
It has to be processed before you leave. You can't just come here, take a couple shovelfuls and take it. It has to actually be processed with magnets is like your idea, right?
Yep. I'm going to be doing a system of magnets underneath pans. Even Coulter's systems where we use motors to run a magnet is not going to be allowed anymore. So this is going to be very primitive mining from now on until we get things to change in the future.
Hopefully we can.
We will.
You got your shovel, I found you one.
Hey!
Hey, my shovel, I need that.
Connected down. Oh, sweet! These are horseshoe barnacles. So if these weren't dead, these are absolutely delicious. See this part right here?
I was gonna say, it smells good.
Oh my God, these are amazing. These are so delicious when they're alive. It smells like a restaurant.
It does smell like a restaurant. All right, so let's try to mine some of this stuff. We've got the awesome shovel here. I'm just scraping off that blue off the top. That is concentrated black sands. Just get a little bit. This stuff takes forever to pan down, so we're just gonna get like that much. That might be too much, actually. I think that is way too much. We'll pan like this much down and we'll see what kind of gold we get. All right, we got a little bit of water here that we can pan it back. This is gonna take quite a while, so I'll speed it up. This is the kind of gold where you just get a little bit in the pan and pan it back. That's way too much. That is too much. I only need a fraction of that. Now normally, you would concentrate this down before trying to pan it out. All right, let's try this again. So as you can see, it's almost impossible to recover that gold out of there. You can see little pieces of gold. Let's see if I can get them on camera. Right here at the tip of the stick, I know it's very hard to see, but there's little flakes of gold, little bits of flour gold all throughout this stuff, and it's impossible to recover while you're out here. So basically, the process is come out here, process the material, and then take it home with you. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pan this stuff down, get some concentrates, and ship it back to Colorado, and we'll finish up the video there. So the ocean itself is doing some processing here, and this is like one of the best places to dig because it's already concentrated here, all the black sands.
The highest velocity of this spot was right here. The highest velocity is coming over this location. So our best deposits of sand are right here in this area as it goes down through the grass.
The best way to sample out here is with a spoon. Take a teaspoon, take a scoop from here, take a scoop from here, take a spoon from there, and then pan them out. He said that he found 100 colors in a spot like this, but then right over here, only 10. So it's very important to do sample pans. Where are you going, Australia?
Yeah, we'll get there in a couple of centuries. Bye-bye, boys.
I found a hole! So one thing that's made it more popular besides the gold cube is like us online actually showing this area. Like we were getting really, really good gold. We got online, we showed that gold. Everyone came down here and started mining. So we've seen less and less gold, but I would rather see less gold and more miners coming out and learning how to do it.
It is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and we're always getting replenished.
So these guys are digging down to try to get to that black sand layer, and he's down 4 feet right now. And we're just starting to get to that black sand layer. That's where the good gold is. On good years, they've already gotten up to 1/4 gram to 1/2 gram out of each bucket, right?
Out of each 5-gallon bucket.
That's insane.
Yeah. And we are easily 3.5, 4 feet down at this point.
There's the good stuff.
That stuff right there, if Shane pans that out, he's gonna get probably about 30 colors per tablespoon.
We're starting to expand the hole a little bit so we can get down and access that black sand.
So should we focus?
We're taking breaks with the shovels. So we're filling in the hole after we're done digging here. Always fill your holes. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. Ready? No, you have to stand on one side. All right, ready? Yeah, go ahead. Over here we have Matt, one of my patrons on Patreon.
Hey,
how's it going, man?
It's going.
Look at this setup. Where are you guys digging?
Right over here, backside of a log, nice little spillway over there.
Oh, nice.
We reclaimed most of the hole already.
The Higgins hole.
Higgins always comes and sets up right over here, so we call it the Higgins hole.
Yeah.
How many buckets you guys doing?
So we're on our 8th.
8.
Yeah, so they're running 4,400 gallons.
They are getting production done.
With a little more water flow, fresher batteries, you can have 2 or 3 guys feeding this constantly.
If you run your batteries in sequence, these motors can handle it and you'll get a higher flow rate.
Yeah, I didn't bring the clamps to run them in parallel that way.
So Matt is running the same water over and over again. You're not allowed to put the water back into the environment. You have to reuse it and take it back with you. So that's how they're doing this process. So thanks a lot, Matt, for coming out here to Washington State for this Patreon meetup. And also, I'd like to give a big thank you and shout out to 3 brand new Major Credit Patreon supporters and channel members. We have Alan Donahue, Cole Turner, and Brian Thomas. Thanks so much, everybody, for becoming Major Credit Patreon supporters. Without the help from guys like you, I wouldn't be able to do this for a living. So thanks so much. Hey, thanks a lot, Gannon. I appreciate it. Sonny, thanks a lot, man. These guys are awesome. Definitely check links in the description for their channels and give them a subscribe. Let them know I sent you. But yeah, thanks a lot for bringing me on this awesome prospecting adventure here in Washington State. And I'll see you guys back in Colorado. All right, we're back in Colorado. It's good to be back. A little bit more snowy, but the weather is actually nicer here. So we have like 40 pounds of black sand that we have to process now back at the panning station. We're gonna try a couple different processes on how to recover the gold. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, so I shipped about 40 pounds of black sand back from Washington State. I dried out about half of it and I left the other half wet because we're gonna try different processes. And Matt gave me 8 buckets worth of concentrates. So this small amount of concentrates right here is about 8 times as concentrated in gold as all of this stuff right here. So I think we're gonna take this stuff first and run it through the gold drop pay dirt separator. Oh yeah, I can see the gold starting to come out the bottom here. Now the gold is extremely fine, but you can see right in here, you can see all the gold just dancing around down here. I just have to lower the pressure a bit, and the gold will drop out. As soon as the black sand hits this little inlet here, you'll see the gold actually drop down past it and the black sand go up. Right there. Some of the black sand's coming down, but you can also see the gold coming down. This is an awesome machine. It's minor adjustments and the gold drops right off the edge. Okay, I have all the black sand loaded in here. I'm just gonna let it circulate for a while and stratify, and we'll just wait for all that gold to come down. I have it set exactly to where the gold's just dropping out of the black sand. Now I would guess that most of the gold is already recovered. I'm just gonna let it run for a little while because why not? If you guys are interested in one of these gold drop machines, there's links in the description to Kelly Co. They're a little pricey, but they save a lot of time, and they're also really compact. I could have brought this to Washington with me. Okay, so right now all the gold is on top of this gate. All I have to do is open it, and the gold and a bunch of black sand will also drop down in here. But it'll be a much higher concentration of gold. There we go. Got some gold floating on the surface already. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and spin it back. All right, let's see what we got here. I've got my snuffer bottle ready. I'm gonna grab the small gold as I see it. Whoa, is that a piece of gold? Holy cow, man. From Washington Beach, from Cape Disappointment, that's bigger than I expected. That's awesome. Wow, I see a lot of gold coming through. Tapping doesn't really help that much because the black sand moves when you tap it. There's some gold coming through here. All right, there is the last of it. A few more crumbs. That was in the tailing, so I mean, we got pretty much, I would say, like a 99% recovery rate with the gold drop. I also want to try out this VDR Vortex mat here with this black sand. I know it works really well. These Vortex riffles here are working exactly as intended. That means my water flow is perfect. You can see they're about halfway full, halfway empty. I'm feeding this thing pretty quickly too. Yeah, I can see flower gold up here in the riffles. Okay, here we have all of our sluice box concentrates, but I think we still have a little bit too much to pan. Let's run it through one more time. Okay, that's a lot more manageable. So let's go ahead, and I'm actually gonna pan this one spoonful at a time. And I'll show you guys the results. All right, this is what we got out of all the wet material. Right there, just a bunch of flower gold and that one big piece that we got from that small bag. So, I mean, that is pretty good for bringing only one bucket home and 8 buckets of concentrates. So we're not done yet. We still have to run the dry material. So let's set that up. All right, this is the dry separator electromagnet from Coulter Young. You can find these things at miningmagnets.com. I'll have a link down below. Right here I have a collection jar, and inside here is a spinning magnet. I think the best way to demonstrate this thing is to actually use it. Now, I've never used it before. I'm just hooking it up now. We have to turn the voltage up to about 12 volts. We're at 11.9 right there. Then we pour our black sand into the top. And you can see the magnetic material going over to this side, and it will drop into the jar. All the non-magnetic material comes out this side. That is pretty amazing. That is a cool invention. Now that's a lot of magnetic material that we don't have to pan out. All of our gold is down here in Crusty Rusty. Alright, well I figured out a way to use this thing with no hands. Just fill that with black sand, drilled a small hole in the bottom, and yeah, it runs itself. Okay, I want to run the non-magnetic stuff, everything that was in the drop pan, I want to run it again to see how much magnetic stuff we actually missed, or how much got through. Not a lot. Wow, not a lot at all. So that's pretty amazing. There's almost no black sand coming through the other side. That's just a small amount. Okay, here we have our magnetic and non-magnetic material. That was effortless. That machine is awesome. Definitely check links down below. It saves so much time. Especially if you're dealing with lots of black sand like this, you're going to get your money's worth from that machine. Totally. It's called the dry electromagnetic separator or something. I'll put it up here. But yeah, awesome job on that machine, Coulter. So now we're going to take the non-magnetic material. This is where our gold's going to be. And we're going to run this through the sluice box and make it even faster. All right, I have all of the non-magnetic stuff concentrated down to just this much. We're going to go ahead and pan this spoonful at a time into here. All of our magnetic stuff, of course, is going into my Gold Impossible pay dirt bags. Links in the description for my pay dirt. Do about that much at a time. All right, here's the gold from the Washington trip. Definitely a pretty nice haul. Probably about 1/10 of a gram there, I would say. If you haven't checked out my other 50 states, definitely check the playlist up here. I've done probably 15, 20 other states, and I still have a lot to go, so definitely check those out. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. I put out at least one new video every week, and that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that haven't left, so thanks so much. And also big thanks to all my Major Credit Patreon supporters and channel members scrolling right there. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you're really gonna like the other ones linked here, so definitely check those out, and I'll see you guys on the next video.